Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the video. This time is the SH Figuarts Majin-Boo, aka Super Boo, when he first kind of becomes this more pure evil form, more sinister, but it's still titled Majin-Boo. So for whatever reason, whatever, I'm gonna title him Super Boo in the video. Anyway, I love this figure, and I was excited for it when when they first showed it, but I'm really glad it went through many stages of retooling and showing it off because I think that this one actually happens to be the best version of it compared to what we first got, and it's just one of those things where I'm happy with it. So I'm gonna show you why I'm happy with it. I don't think I have too many major gripes with it. I don't even think I have any gripes, but we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and see how you guys feel about it. Anyway, let's get into the video. First, I want to start by saying he is tall. He is not one of the smaller SHF. And one of the things that I always enjoy is when we get an SH Figuarts that is not a Goku or a Z Warrior. We get somebody that's actually different. We're going to fill out the roster. And villains are very important because we don't get enough of them in anything with SHF. So this is great to see, especially because now we are filling in lines. And if villains do well, we'll get more villains, right? Anyway, let's jump into articulation. The head can look up, and the neck, between the head and the neck, which is really dope, there's a lot of blending of articulation there. And what's really cool about it is it can rotate, and then the neck can rotate as well. So you actually have a lot of range of motion with Boo. It's actually really expressive, as you can see right here. It just looks really good, especially under the lighting right now. And then we're going to jump next into the arms and the upper chest. And what's really cool about this is that they gave him butterfly joints. Now, this was something I actually didn't know that he was going to have. But I found out after playing with him for 0.2 seconds that he has butterfly joints. And that gives you even better range for the figure. Arms can go up. There is bicep swivel. Arms are double jointed. And there is still really standard SHF articulation right here in the wrist. So you can actually drop a fat beat with Boo if you want. Or you can just slap your opponent. Because he comes with the default open palm hands, you know, for slapping. So in the upper torso, you actually get a huge range going left and right as well. So as I was saying before, you actually can get a really great range with him. And that's just in the upper torso. Then we have the lower torso, which is right here, which kind of cuts because they give him the this little V here, like he's been working out like a bodybuilder. But you still get an extra bit of rotation here at the lower portion. So you can actually rotate Boo pretty much all the way around without any issue whatsoever. So that's actually pretty dope. And I just love this little bit of engineering and articulation because it looks smooth. Even though it's breaking up the sculpt, it's smooth enough so that it's not bothering those, at least not to me, eye-wise. Like visually, it's just not bothersome. The leg is pretty nice. We have it going up. It can go outward. And it has that 2.0 technology built in. So it's really good. It's not the drop-down method. I would not have liked that. And the kneecap is double jointed. It stops right there, though, because it gives you that extra fold here, as you saw. So you got one, and then you go down again, two. So it gives you that fold here, but it doesn't give you a leg that goes all the way back. But I don't think that's going to be too bothersome with Boo. So let's see if he can rotate up. Yep, he can actually rotate up pretty well. And his feet, although quite small, balance out really well. But he is bottom heavy. The pants are very, very heavy. But as you can see, he pretty much can hold at some point, even if it's just a little bit. And you actually get really good ankle articulation and toe pivot. Now, me, when I stand up my Boo, I push his feet forward so that way he doesn't topple over, being as bottom heavy as he is. Because if you poke him too far out, he'll go, you know, he'll crash. Crash and burn, crash and burn. So real quick, let's get him in a nice cool pose as we go over some accessories that Boo comes with. I want to get him in this pose. I don't know why, but I really enjoy this pose for Boo. It's just really menacing in many ways. So I'm just going to leave it like that. It's like he's searching for booty, right? So head scope wise, we actually get 3 heads all together. You've seen the default head right there. Then you get the screaming head, which is really, really nice. This is very, very nice. I know those of you that like shading, you're going to want to shade this up or do whatever it is or weather it. It's going to look really nice because they have a lot of veins popping in. The expression is really nice. It's very detailed. So for you, those that like shading, you may be missing some details there, so you might want to fill it in. But otherwise, I think it's good. And then you have your default Mad Boo face, which is default on the Kid Boo. But for this Boo here, he likes to smile a lot more. So it's really cool to see kind of like a peek into the future. Maybe we'll get the little Kid Boo, right? This is soft at the end, but mostly hard plastic going through. So I just want to point that out for those of you that are going to try to mold it. So just a little heads up there. Then as far as the hand accessories, we have 2 open energy blast hands, you know, or super evil Dr. Claw hands from Inspector Gadget. You get 2 closed fists for when you want to punch Goku in the face. Then you get a pointing finger. And you also get a taunting finger. Taunting hand finger, I should say. So this is pretty cool. All you can use is to grab your opponent or pull him up when you want to pull up Gotenks and reprimand him. Whatever one you want to be. Then you also get a bonus thing, which this is something I actually really like. And the reason why I'm considering a bonus is because I'm glad they're doing more things like this. There's more incentive to buy figures even more. If you've already gotten Fat Boo, they give you a Fat Boo head. And they turn it going up. So that way you can add the effect part for when you turn your enemies into chocolate. So this is really, really dope. So when you want to turn people into chocolate, you can easily do that by popping this on Boo. And I'll show Boo in a second, so I'll probably do that. Actually, I'll do it right now. So real quick, I'm going to just take Boo out. I'm going to pop the head off. I'm going to pop it on this bad boy. Find that peg. And as you can see here, size-wise, these guys are really good, but Boo looks really nice doing his chocolate beam effect, which is really dope. I enjoy seeing Majin-Boo, so I'm definitely going to have fun taking pictures of this. So it's really good to see this and have it. So I'm going to move him for a second. Next up, I want to get into size comparisons with other Dragon Ball characters. So let me stand Boo up as well as possible so you guys can get what's going down. First and foremost, we're going to do it with Goku because he's the closest to me. Then I'm going to use Ultimate Gohan because Ultimate Gohan did fight Boo at this point before he absorbed Piccolo, Gotenks, and himself. Well, not himself, but Gohan. So here we have Ultimate Gohan. And I'm using this body because I actually have the head on another body, which was this Goku at this time. But I want you guys to see what the official releases what it looks like. Boo is actually really gigantic. So it's really nice to see this. Next up, we're going to compare him to Vegito. I don't think I have the normal release. I have just the convention one. So here he is with Vegito. Here he is with Gotenks, who is tiny, 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 tiny. So as you can see here, gigantic. Next up, we're going to compare him to Vegeta and Nappa. And the reason why I chose Nappa is because Nappa is one of those earlier, bigger characters who actually is a humanoid and not actually like a monster, like Boo. Well, Boo's humanoid too, but you know what I meant. So, I don't know why my Vegeta's barely standing. So there's Majin Vegeta, and here is Nappa. And as you'll see, Boo even towers over Nappa easily. So I think this is really cool to see in terms of perspective that it's really cool to get these villain characters now, especially because you have this nice size differential that shows, and it's really cool. Next up, now I'm going to show Boo with other lines so you guys can see what's up. And, you know, just in case you want to mix and match, have some fun. Here he is with a Mezco Commander Rogers. Here he is with a 1000 Toys Synthetic Human. Voila. Next up, we have Marvel Legends Spider-Man. And we have a Articulated Icons Ninja. So Boo towers over pretty much everyone in every line. I think the only thing that's coming close to him is a Predator, and I'll show him in a second. Next up, we're going to do John Wick from Mafex, because I happen to have him out, so I think this works out pretty well. I mean, who you guys think will win, John Wick or Majin Buu? Obviously, if he killed, you know, Wick's dog, it'd be a problem, right? Here he is next to a Kamen Rider Guys. Last but not least, like I said, I would show a Predator. So let me grab that bad boy out. So yeah, the only thing that stands up against Boo is probably a Predator in terms of size. And he's pretty close to them as well, right? In the meantime, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it informative. I hope I covered pretty much everything. And most of all, I hope you enjoyed the photos at the end. But do good, be good, drink your water, guys. Later.